All right. So we learned how to graph points, and now we're going to learn about equations. Now, do you remember when we did function tables
Yeah.
or the input-output machine?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had our little robot machine here. Okay. So what I put in here, I'd have to find the rule here and what it came out here. So for example, let's say my rule was times 2. 5 would go in, it would go times 2, and it would come out what?
10.
10. Okay, that's our function table. That's what we're going to work with today. However, there is a mathematical formula called an equation that would go with this. Okay, so you get this, right? Who does not understand how this works? Okay, a number goes in, we find the rule, it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a machine.
All right, so in this instance, this would be my x, this would be my y, my variables, okay? So my equation then would be x times 2, or 2x, equals y, right? So I can have any number for x I want, and if I know my rule, then I'll be able to find out my y. Here's my x's, and give me 3 numbers to go in here. Chris. And 5? We already did 5. 24. Okay, so then I'm going to take these numbers, I'm going to go 10, and my rule is times 2. Okay, so I put my 10 in here, it goes times 2, and then it gives me, what? 20, because 10 times 2 is 20, right? Okay, what if I put 15 in here? 15 goes in where my input here. 15 times 2 is 30. Okay, and now 24, same thing, 24 is my x. I'm going to go 2 times 24 equals 48. See how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, now what points would I plot? If I was looking at a graph, let's see if I can go to the screen. Okay, so I don't lose my function table. Here's my function table. Here's my graphs, okay? So start here at 0. Should I go up by 5? Okay, so 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right?
No, 30, just in case.
You can go up to 30 just in case. Okay, can you get me a password on that?
Over here.
Okay, so I've got, oh, see, on my y-axis I should have went up to 48, huh? So maybe I should go 10. You guys had the right idea, but just the wrong axis. So we'll go up by 10s here. 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, and then we'll go by 10 or 5s over here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so how am I going to plot my points? Think about that for just a second. Okay, what's the first point in my plot? Leela. Okay, now where do I start? Up here, 10. Then go across to 20. What number comes first in this? X comes first, right? And my X number is 10. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to run 10, right? Because I got to run before I can jump. So I'll run 10 and I'm going to jump 20. Okay? There's my first stop. Okay? What about my next order of pair? Okay, so now I'm going to run to the 15. And then jump to 30. So I'm going to run to 15, jump to 30. Here's my other point. Okay? Last one, 24 and 48. True? I'm going to run to 24, which is approximately right here, right? Okay, and then what? Okay, so 24, I'm going to go all the way up to 48, which is almost to the 50. And my points would be right about there. Okay. Ideally, if you had 48, you'd probably do it by 2s, but this currently doesn't have the room for that. So that would be how you plot your points. Okay, so what we're going to be working with today is figuring out how to find the rule in the equations, just like we would on input-output tables. Then you're going to be plotting the points. Eventually, I'm not sure. I don't think we're plotting the points in this one, but you might have to identify ordered pairs. Okay, so let's do a couple together. All right. So everybody look at number 1 on page 396. Okay, number 1 says the function table shows values for the equation y equals 2x minus 3. Okay, so we're working with our rule is y equals 2x minus 3. Okay, and they give us inputs of x and y of 3 and 3. 4 and a missing number, 5 and 7, and 6 and a missing number. Okay, so knowing that I have those outputs, what are my missing numbers? What would be my first missing number here? There's my rule, so all I'm going to do is plug in these numbers for x into the rule to get y. Yes? It's 5. Okay, so you put 2 times 4 minus 3. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 3 equals 5. Good. So 5 goes there. What about number 6? Or 6? Person. 9. Okay, so I put 2 times 6 minus 3. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12. Minus 3 equals 9. Any questions about how to do that? No. Abby? Okay, all you're doing is plugging in this number in this equation. So this would be like y equals 2, okay? Because it's 2x minus 3. So y equals 2 times x, which is 4, minus 3, and then you just solve. Okay. Go ahead. Get questions now. I don't get it. Okay. What about it don't you get? Like, where are you getting lost? I'm getting lost how you said the y and to the 2, like where you did 8 minus 3. Okay, well right here, look at this right here. This is your equation. This is your rule. Okay, there's your rule, right? So all you're doing is plugging in numbers for x. And where is that? Right. So all you're doing is plugging in those numbers. So instead of x, I'm putting like a 3. So then 2 times 3, then you just solve, right? There you go. Then I'm just solving. Alexis? Okay, well, we're going to do some more. Amir, pay attention, please. Okay, let's do another one. All right, look at number 2. Again, you're going to use the equation to complete each function table. Can you get out your whiteboard, please? Okay, so for number 2, you have the equation y equals 3x plus 5. Okay, and they also give you the function table, which is basically 1, 2, 3, and 4 for x. Okay, so here's the x numbers, and we got to figure out what the y numbers are. Okay, Sophia, what's the first step I need to do to figure out what goes here for 1? I need to know what y is, right? So y equals Andrew, do you know? What do I do? I'm trying to solve for y. I mean for 1. I'll give you a hint. I'm starting there. Huh? I didn't ask you to solve it. How do I write the equation to solve it? Times 1 plus 5, right? 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5 equals 8. Okay? Now on your whiteboard, solve for 2. Okay, eyes on me?
Eyes on you.
Okay, so I was asking you to put into place number 2. Okay, so I'm going to go 3 times 2 plus 5. 3 times 2 is what? 6 plus 5 is
11.
Okay, your answer right here should be 11. Okay, do number 3. Move on. All right, so looking at number 4 through 8, it's asking us if the ordered pair makes this equation true. So we have y equals 4x minus 1. Okay, and then it gives us a coordinate pair, which is 1 and 3. Okay, so what is number 1? Is that an x or a y? Number 1, is it an x or a y? Ronnie. X. Which makes this one y, right? Very important that you know that about ordered pairs. First number is the x. The second number is the y. So now it wants to know if this is true or not. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to plug in the numbers. So y is 3, right? Okay. So 3 equals 4 times the x is 1 minus 1. Okay. So 4 times 1 is 4 minus 1 is 3. Does 3 equal 3? Okay, and the answer is yes, it's true. Okay, take a look at number 6. Do number 6 on your board. All right, so we've got 4x, say 1, right? Minus 1. So y equals 4x minus 1. My coordinates are 3 and 11?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if I just plug in these numbers, I've got y is 11 equals 4 times my x number is 3 minus 1. 4 times 3 is 12 minus 1 is 11. Therefore, they equal each other.
Yay.
Okay, so my answer is yes, it's true. Okay, so for do number 8 independently, please.